Alright, so when I was in high school, I read a book called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff by Dr. Carlson. And I remember one distinct thing. He gave an example where, we all drive. Some of you are a bit younger, but if you are a driver, you can relate to me in this. Where, we might be driving and somebody just cuts us off or does something that angers us, right? And I'm guilty of this too. Even though it happened, let's say, within 5 seconds, because it angered us so much, it might ruin the next 3, 4, 5 hours. It might ruin our whole day, right? And we start to share it with other people. Let's say I was going to work and I arrive at work. It happened as I was commuting. And I start to tell my, coworkers, man, you wouldn't believe what happened to me, this freaking driver. And, they can relate and they share their story with me. And I start to share it with other people. And, that's the vicious cycle that this book was talking about. He says, don't sweat the small stuff. It might have happened with 5 seconds. When that happens, just let it be. Right? It's a normal thing. And I remember Jim Rohn, whenever something like that happens, Jim Rohn said, just say to yourself, man, isn't that interesting? And just move on. There are just people that do that. And just say to yourself, man, isn't that interesting? And just move on. And that's what I want you to do. Whenever something happens, for example, like in that situation where it's so small, it's nothing that critical, right? For example, that 5 seconds of somebody cutting you off, and that little thing just ruins your next 3, 4, 5 hours or your whole day, and you start spreading the negativity to other people. Instead of doing that, just say to yourself, man, isn't that interesting how some people drive? And just move on. Alright? That's what I want you to do. Alright? Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.